I know I've been MIA for like the last month or two. I appreciate everyone's support and wishes and just everything that you guys have shown me about opening up this daycare center. It's been a whirlwind, and I know I should probably be filming the daycare tour first, and it is filmed for the most part, but I wanted to do a short video kind of explaining where I'm at in the process, what's going on, and I promise you in the next week or two that video will be uploaded. Like I said, I just have a couple touches to do with that. All right, so where do I begin? You guys, and like I hope I don't get like emotional about this. This has been the hardest thing I've ever done. This has rocked me to my core, so to speak. I am feeling so overwhelmed. I have not had a moment to like breathe, I feel. It's been a lot. It's a lot different going into a center from home daycare. Sorry about the cat. I still have my home daycare. I'm running it for the most part solo now. I did lose a couple of kids that went on to like kindergarten and stuff like that, so I'm down kids, and just like the schedules of the kids, I usually have about 6-7 kids here a day. My sister is at the center. She's my opening person at the center. Every once in a while she'll come over and help, like if I have an appointment to do. Let me just talk about that first. So the change in now being solo in the home daycare is a lot to take in. You know, for the last 3 years I've had my sister here essentially since I've opened. I was only open a few months before she came on board, and we both got spoiled. We definitely both got spoiled in the fact that, you know, during nap time, one of us could leave. If we had errands to run, doctor's appointments, you know, if we were light that day, maybe I would do like a morning shift, she would do an afternoon shift while we did our own errands, and that's just not the case anymore. So yeah, she's dearly missed. The daycare center is in her town, so I'm sure she doesn't miss the drive here, but I know she misses the kids. Like I said, we've been together for 3 years. I knew I could trust her at that daycare center. I knew going into the whole process, even before the process, I knew I wanted her at the center. I knew I was always going to do a center, and I always envisioned her there. But it is different here. You know, my niece comes and helps out here and there, but it's a lot. It's a lot to just be solo again. But anyways, backtracking to the center. So I officially opened. I'm going on my 3rd week, and it's challenging. It's definitely challenging. The state went well. I had the food licensing, that went well, and then I submitted all my paperwork to state, and then it turns out I had the wrong occupancy paperwork from the village, the town that my daycare's in, and I didn't know that. And like, I was given this paperwork back in April. So when I submitted everything officially to state, and then my state representative, you know, submitted it onward, that's when it came to be known that I had the wrong paperwork. So that was a little bit of a hassle with the village getting the correct paperwork. I had to pay a little bit more extra money for that. Luckily though, it got taken care of in about a week or two. So technically I should have been open in the middle of August, and I didn't open up officially until, when did I open up? Gosh, like I said, this is my 3rd week, so I don't even know. 1st or 2nd week. No, the 7th. I opened up September 7th, the day after Labor Day. I opened up with 2 kids. I don't know what to say, you guys. We promoted it all summer. Like I said, all summer long, I figured we would open up mid-August. We had a couple of open houses. We had great turnouts. We had a lot of traffic. I was getting a lot of emails and, you know, questions. And I don't know if it's just because it's a small town and people were nosy and wanted to see what was going on. There is only one other daycare in that town that has a waiting list. So I'm just going to be real with you guys. Like, I never, and I've said this from the beginning, in all my videos, I don't sugarcoat what's going on. Life is tough right now, mentally, financially, like it's a lot. I did not have any private investors and bankers, any family members that have given money towards this. This solely fell on me and my husband. And we're not millionaires. We're not even like rich, you know, and so financially this has been kind of a nightmare. I know I've been asked the question, did I have a budget going in? Yes and no. I knew like how much money we had in the bank. So, and everything costs so much more, because in order for state to come in, you have to have everything 100% complete. So it's not like I had to have certain stations in each room, like an art station, a science station. You have to have enough cots per child that would be in that room. So each room cost a lot. I want to say I put close to $50,000, if not more, into the center. And yeah, the thing I'm grateful about is that I took out a $20,000 loan. That's the only loans I have against this. So the other 30,000+ was out of our savings, and you know, it is what it is. So let me backtrack a little bit about the licensing. Finally got all the paperwork settled. The licensing agent came. She was there for a couple of hours. I was very confident going in, but you never know. But I knew I had crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's, just because there would have been no excuse not to. I've had months and months and months to work on this. Luckily in our state, we were given like a 9-page report that I could download, that I knew exactly what they were looking for. And we just got it done, you know, like it looked great. The facility, I'm so in love with that facility. It's such a dream. I'm so in love with that facility. And like I said, over the summer, we had a lot of open houses. We had a lot of traffic come through. So I don't know where the disconnect is on why we're not getting enrollments. Like I said, we opened up with 2. And then this week, our 3rd week, we have 4. In 2 weeks, we have 3, 4, 5 more. So essentially in the first month, we'll have about 9 kids. Again, I'm not in a big city, you guys. I am in a village, in a town, but like I said, that other daycare center has a waiting list, so I'm kind of surprised I'm not getting more in traffic. I do have an infant teacher coming on board who has 2 children as well, and so she will be joining us. I have my director who's full-time, my sister who's full-time. I have a full-time toddler teacher, like a junior preschool teacher, and then I'll have this infant teacher coming on, because in the middle of October, I'll have 2 6-week-old babies. So I definitely need to make sure I have that infant teacher. I have a 16-month-old, and the rest are all 3 and 4. We're doing this coming up Friday. We're doing an outdoor movie night to promote the daycare. The local pizza place is donating. The local grocery store is donating stuff. It's free event for the city. I definitely want this to be a community like daycare. I want to be very active in the community, because it is a small town. So we're doing this outdoor movie night. We're going to show like Paw Patrol the movie. And I made these like cardboard boxes. I'll insert a picture here for the children to sit in outside. So we're very excited about that. We're going to do like popcorn and nachos and stuff. And then in October, I'm going to do a community Halloween party for the whole town can come and join, aside from our center Halloween party. And then again, probably something at Christmas time and Thanksgiving. I definitely want to get our name out there. I have not personally, but my husband and the director have gone around, just because I'm working at the home daycare, and they've put up flyers everywhere. We've been advertising on social media. Just anything and everything to kind of get our name out there. Like I said, we had so much traffic over the summer, so I don't know why, like, I mean, at least now we have more than 2, because I definitely was questioning, like, should I have delayed opening? Should I have, you know, made sure I had more kids before opening? But I was already paying a director, and my sister could have stayed here at the home daycare with me, but the 2 families that were our initial families enrolled, they had already pushed back their enrollment a week or 2, thinking that we were going to be open in the middle of August. So I definitely wanted to honor that and not lose those 2 families. I am going to be going with catering, but for this first couple of weeks with only 2 kids, and then even like this week with the 4 kids, we're doing our own in-house breakfast and lunch and snacks and stuff like that. And then starting next week, we are going to start using the caterer because my sister has to drive to pick up the food, and it's about a 20-minute drive. And I thought it's not worth it for 2 kids. Like, we can do simple things. We do not have a license where we can actually cook there, but we can like heat up things. We can use the microwave. We can do, you know, Uncrustables. We can do like a lot of different lunches that we've been doing. So that's going on there. But you know, to pay 3 staff members, and I need 3 staff members because of the hours. You know, we're open 6:30 to 6 p.m. My sister's been a trooper. She's been going in around 6:15. She's been there till like 4 or 5. Luckily right now the 2 kids that we had, they were leaving between like 4:45. And then my director comes in about 9:15, and then she closes. And then I have the 3rd girl is there between like 8 and 4. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence. I mean, now that we have some more kids enrolling, because I was thinking about cutting her hours, because I'm like, I don't need her there, you know, 40 hours. But I think we're going to ride it out another week or 2 to see. Because I'm going to be real, guys. I was even like, do I need to shut down? Like, I don't want to, you know, be financially in over my head. I did start paying rent last month. Sorry, my dog. All these animals here. I actually started paying rent. I had the first 5 months free. If you recall, in one of my previous videos, I had mentioned that. I was just paying like the taxes and stuff like that and the groundskeeping. So now I am paying, even though I'm not paying a lot right now for the first 6 months. They definitely gave me a huge break. But come on, I was going to say October, but come, I think February, March, it goes up, and it's like, man, like, I better get these enrollees, you know, because like I said, everything, it's a lot. I am actually going back to nursing full time on top of working at the home daycare. I'm going to be working on the weekends, just to bring in more money. You know, I'm looking at bringing on 1 or 2 more kids here at the home daycare again to bring in more money. And luckily I have nursing to fall back on that I can, you know, make really good money in a short amount of time. Hopefully I don't have to do it too long. I may have to do it for the first year. I don't know. I may be working 7 days a week for the first year. You know, dreams come at a price, and it's one of those things, like, this has been a dream of mine for so long, for 26 years. And there are days where I'm just like, what am I doing? What did I get into? I'm going to be honest, some days I even regret starting this whole process, because it's been such an emotional roller coaster because of the financial worries of it. And I even thought maybe I would get like an angel investor or something like that. And I don't want to owe anyone anything. I want to see if I can't just make a go of it myself. I don't want anyone to take that profit from me once there becomes profit, just because I've worked my butt off. I did that whole center, and it's like, what am I going to try to seek $20, $30, $40, $50,000 and give away 10, 20% of my future profits? I'm not willing to do that. Not right now. I'm not that desperate. But, and I don't want this video to sound like, I don't know, I hope it doesn't come across like a total drag, but you guys, it's just, this is real life. This is what's going on. And when I opened up my home daycare, I was stressed, but not to this level. I was still nursing. I was able to do both at the same time, and eventually I had to stop nursing. And just for the first couple of months, it was rough because I wasn't making a lot of money, but it was in my house. You know, I already knew my bills. Like, this is a separate, different building, and I'm paying so much money, and it's like, if I don't get kids, then what, you know? So please pray for me that we start getting kids. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to make this quick video to kind of give you an update. I do have the tour. Like I said, most of it is completed. I've just been feeling like so many different emotions, and something had to give. And not that I ever want to be like, oh, well, YouTube, you know, was the thing that had to give, but YouTube was kind of the thing I had to give for the last month or two, just because the pressure of passing the state inspection, getting certified, getting licensed, just, you know, hiring staff, doing all our in-services, we, a couple weeks ago, you know, did the whole CPR, first aid, communicable disease, and child abuse sessions, and just, you know, just everything, guys. But I thank you so much for following me on this journey. I'm going to insert some pictures here of maybe like some things that I've changed around that you haven't seen that you'll see on my official tour video. I am thinking about, you know, reflecting a little bit more on the process of going from home daycare to daycare center, or to a daycare center, and even the fact that I'm going to be doing both. So I'm kind of toying around with doing a podcast. So I want some opinion here. Like, is that something you would be interested in? I definitely would go into the whole licensing and the whole process in way more detail, and kind of really get into the nitty-gritty. And I feel like, you know, somebody that would be interested in hearing the podcast is someone that's looking to pursue this, or even a home daycare or a center, or just kind of, you know, getting the backstory of it. Even I was thinking like students in early childhood education who are just curious about the different things. So I don't know, me and my daughter have been talking about that for a long time, and so that may come into play. I got to see about that. Now that the center's done and I'm not there 20 hours a day, I am going through a little bit of withdrawal. I usually go there on the weekends for a little bit, and then like one night during the week I stop by. But I don't know, I'd kind of like to get into it a little bit more and kind of, you know, really talk about what it was like, you know, because this is something I could never have imagined, the highs, the lows. Honestly, I don't even know if I would open a second center. I don't know. Even if this one does amazing, the stress behind it, the planning, just everything behind it, I don't know. I always thought, oh yeah, I'll have 2-3 centers. I don't know about that. Maybe in a year from now, ask me that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your support. I'm going to insert some clips here, and I'll see you in my next video.